Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, we got a Just Start Lounge today, man. We got someone in this family is lying. The murder of, I can't even pronounce that last name. Nada, Huranieh.
Sure. We'll find out because I don't like butchering first names.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that.
I'm not gonna
wrong.
get stuck on it.
But hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want the first part, you gotta do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
liking it with a thumbs up.
At least try.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, try to see if I could pronounce it. And then I like to be corrected if I'm wrong. But let's get it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
In August 2017, police in Farmington Hills, Michigan, responded to an emergency call in a wealthy neighborhood.
Whoa. We in a nice area, bro. Damn, okay.
In Farmington Hills, Michigan, responded to an emergency call in a wealthy neighborhood. They were told that a mother of 3 had been the victim of a horrific accident. Except when they arrived, it did not appear to be an accident at all. As investigators began to look around...
Are we trying to say she was cleaning and fell?
That's what it looked like, but... Ooh.
Accident.
No.
Except when they arrived, it did not appear to be an accident at all. As investigators began to look around and ask questions, a devious plot emerged. One that suggested that the crime had not only been staged, but also caught on camera.
Okay.
Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case takes some unexpected turns. It is the story of an investigation that quickly picked up on subtle but significant clues. Yet, one crucial mistake threatened to destroy any hope of justice.
Whoa.
Let's take a look.
Did he say her name already?
It was just past 6:30 a.m. on an August morning in 2017. Officer Jordan of the Farmington Hills Police was dispatched to a large home in the wealthy Detroit suburb. He was responding to an emergency call placed by 14-year-old Aya Altantawi. Aya had been searching every room in the house that morning for her mother, Nada Huranieh. Nada was eventually discovered outside. She was on the patio to the side of the house, sprawled out on the ground and unresponsive. It appeared that she had fallen from the second-floor window above, which sat open.
We need an ambulance.
What's going on there?
I don't know. We were late for school, so I was finding my mom. And I looked out the window because it was open and it's never open. And she fell.
Your mom fell?
Like 2 stories, yeah.
She fell 2 stories? How old is your mom?
33, I think, and she fell on concrete.
Okay, and you said, all right, is she breathing?
How much is she breathing? Her knuckles was hit her on her neck, I don't know.
Is she breathing?
I'm gonna check if she's breathing.
Okay, and you said she fell over 2 stories?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, this was an accidental fall?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Partway through the call, Aya handed off the phone to her older brother, 16-year-old Muhammad. He began CPR on their mother, who remained motionless on the patio ground.
33, bro.
9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to pick up the pace.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what happened to your mom there?
Looks like she fell off the building.
How did she fall?
I didn't go into the room. I just was scared. I screamed. I couldn't look.
Okay, do you know how she fell or what she was doing?
Yeah, she was on the top floor. She was washing or cleaning the windows.
She was cleaning the windows?
Yeah.
Officer Jordan was waved onto the property and led to the side patio by Aya. When he approached, he found Muhammad.
This whole scene don't even make sense though. It's 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it was earlier when she would have fell. Who wakes up that early and get to cleaning when she normally have to take y'all to school? You get what I'm saying? Is she now? I need to know if she's a stay-at-home mom. Because she's a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't make sense for her to clean before she needs to take it, unless she had prior engagements that she has to do. But typically, she would take out of school first, then come back home and do whatever she needs to do around the house.
The chores, yeah.
Even if she has prior engagements, she still will work. It just don't make sense to be up that early cleaning windows.
True.
When I need to take the kids to school. You know?
Muhammad attempting to perform CPR. The officer took over. Unfortunately, after paramedics arrived, it was confirmed that she had no pulse. The Oakland County Medical Examiner's Office took custody of Nada. She was declared dead at the scene of yet unknown causes.
Wow.
The two teenagers, Aya and Muhammad, explained that their younger sister, who was only 12 years old, was still asleep in her bedroom. They were the only individuals in the house, and to their knowledge, no one else had entered in the night or in the morning before police arrived. Aya explained to responding officers that she was meant to be ready to leave for school by 6:30 a.m. Her mother drove her every day. That morning, as the time to leave approached, she could not locate her mother in the house, and she was not answering her cell phone.
And so she's not saying she heard her scream. Also, typically with girls, it take y'all a little longer to get ready in the morning than guys. But you said your brother was a little different, right?
He just used to get up late and take forever. Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is typically boys, it don't take us that long to get ready. You know what I'm saying? We do, just women take girls, women. So if the brother was able to hear why wasn't the sister able to hear the mom scream?
True.
Was the last time you guys saw your mom?
Last night.
What time?
Like maybe 7 or 8. She went to sleep early.
Okay. And when did you guys find her?
This morning, I called her twice at 6 on both her phones. She didn't answer, so I called her again at 6:30 because we're supposed to be at
What time did the brother say he heard her? Because she said I was looking for her at 6 o'clock. If you in a house that big, right? Where are some of the first places? It's time for I'm calling my mom at 6 o'clock. First, you go bedroom. Second, I'm going to go see if the car is still here. So you're going to go to the garage or whatever. What bathroom was she in? Or also check the bathroom because she could be in the bathroom she can't hear. Right? Kitchen maybe, living room. But you ain't going to search the whole house.
Yeah.
But the primary areas you're going to
What's y'all normal routine? Like, how do y'all normally do things? Do you go get her, or she's already downstairs waiting, or like?
But sometimes it's like, oh, she had to run out and go do something real fast or something.
But I'm pretty sure the information would have been relayed. But anyway, I guess it's like we communicate, like, hey, I'm about to go run somewhere. I'll be right back. Just be ready by the time I can get her. She take you to school every morning, so you just, I don't know.
school by 6:40.
Eventually, Aya checked the guest bedroom and bathroom on the second floor, which they referred to as the makeup room. It is where Nada often got ready in the mornings. In the room, next to an open window, was a ladder, a bucket of water, and container of Tilex cleaner. But her mother was not there.
Why would you clean? Why would you clean the windows with Tilex? That doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Also, is this the screen for the outside, right? Or is this inside? Only reason why I'm saying it, a lot of things look strange. And a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. The setup, and also, why do I need a stepping ladder to clean the windows?
I mean, maybe if they like sit up high, I don't know how tall she was. If
But would
she's
you
trying to
open
like,
it to clean it?
no, I mean, no. You asked a lot of questions that do not have the answers to, but no, I do have to see how the windows are. Also, I'd agree with you. I gotta take the kids to school. Why am I up cleaning the windows? It's a Monday. I looked up today. It's on a Monday, so if I wanted to clean, I would have cleaned yesterday.
Oh, true.
Like if there was that big of a thing that I had to do, but no, I would have just dropped the kids off and then I would have came back home and did what I had to do.
And this the guest rooms / her makeup room. This the last room she cared about cleaning because nobody would really be coming in here.
Yeah, so.
But her mother was not there.
And there was like cleaning stuff, and she normally cleans like comes to the house in the morning because she wakes up early.
Okay.
So I wanted to look out the window, and I thought that like just in case maybe I doubt it's possible, but she was out there, and then I called my brother and we went outside.
Okay. So this was around 6:30 this morning, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 6:35.
Okay.
The children's father, Basil Altantawi, lived separately. Their parents' divorce was not yet complete, though the couple had lived apart for over a year.
Why don't you call your dad, okay? See if he can come over here, all right? Just to hang out with you guys while we continue figuring out what's going on with your mom, okay? All right?
I have a different story than her. I did see her this morning.
What time?
I took a shower around 6 o'clock and I heard her moving in her room maybe 5:50 before I took a shower.
You just heard her in her room?
Yeah, that's what.
Where's her room?
Downstairs. She has all her makeup upstairs though.
When Basil arrived at the house, sergeants with Farmington Hills PD formally informed him of his wife's death. Basil fell to his knees, overwhelmed with shock and grief. The scene of Nada's supposed accident troubled investigators. According to Aya, neither she nor her brother had moved or even shifted their mother after discovering her on the patio. Nada was found by paramedics lying on her back, an unusual position to land from an accidental fall.
Yeah.
Responding Officer Jordan was also confused by the lack of blood. Another unsettling...
But didn't you say you were performing CPR on her? So she would need to be on her. But y'all said y'all...
Well, she was already on her back, right?
But they was supposed... And they told the police they never touched her to the paramedics.
To the paramedics. So
but
were you not... Yeah, but you were on the phone as if you... We're being coached through CPR. Yes, and what he's about to say, like the lack of blood. I'm like, there's no blood out here. There's nothing. One, you cleaning a window. Well, unless I'm like already no.
Because she died would be a blood splatter. If it's not a blood splatter, she would still be alive.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Because you can fall 2 stories and still survive. You can survive a fall like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be hurt. Hopefully, if you don't hit your head, because if you hit your head, then that's a different story.
Yeah.
Indication that the impact had not been the cause of her death. Then there was the state of the guest bedroom. A bucket at the base of the wall below the open window was undisturbed. So too was the ladder on which Nada had apparently been standing when she fell. The bottle of cleaner on the top step also remained in place. A Band-Aid was stuck to the bottom window ledge that appeared to have been torn off when the fall took place. What was described as opaque dried spray was observed on the outside of the closed window to the left. Investigators deduced that the Tilex cleaner had been sprayed onto it, leaving streaks from the top to the bottom. Tilex, of course, is not a window cleaner. A printed towel was next to Nada on the patio. It had a chemical scent similar to a cleaner, or perhaps something much stronger. The towel was taken as evidence for forensic testing. There were no signs of forced entry into the house. Investigators did find that cameras were set up around the exterior of the property. Basil informed detectives that he did not believe the DVR system even worked, and that he was uncertain how to access it. Nonetheless, he gave them permission to take a look. It seems that the cameras were functional, and one of these cameras was positioned just outside the side patio. The guest bedroom window was not within frame of the security camera. However, it did record shadows cast on the opposite wall. Officers initially viewing the footage recorded it via a handheld camera, seeking to record what they saw immediately. Later, a better quality copy was downloaded and analyzed. At 5:53 a.m., the light to Nada's makeup room, the guest bathroom, was turned on. The shadow of a person appeared and opened the window. It is obvious that two individuals are inside the room. Moments later, a figure is seen dragging Nada towards the window. The figure lifts her from the floor and appears to hoist her to the ledge.
Oh, you can see.
Nada is pushed from the window. Above her, the shadow is captured standing for a brief moment, perhaps peering below before the individual is seen moving about the room. The light is briefly turned off and then back on again. It appeared to investigators that the ladder was moved to the window at that point. The killer was staging the scene. When the medical examiner completed the autopsy, the results confirmed what the camera footage showed. They concluded that Nada's cause of death was asphyxiation. She was dead before she was pushed from the window. Indeed, she was killed long before, likely hours before she was pushed out the window, later to be found by her children. 35-year-old Nada Huranieh had lived her life for her children. The personal trainer was described by friends as compassionate, eager, and enthusiastic to do better for her kids. She was a very active person, often spotted by neighbors out jogging. They said that Nada had been a ceaselessly happy person. Regardless of what was going on in her life, she always had a smile on her face. And there hadn't always been a reason to smile. Conflict had been brewing in her personal life. Nada died 2 days before a scheduled hearing for her pending divorce. Her marriage to Basil Altantawi had lasted nearly 20 years. They had wed in Syria in 1999. Nada filed for divorce following an incident on Valentine's Day 2016, when her husband allegedly threw her down a flight of stairs. Basil denied the incident, but nonetheless pleaded guilty to spousal abuse. He was placed on a tether and given conditions that included having no contact with his estranged wife for 2 years and having only supervised visitation with their children. All of this occurred in tandem with the dissolution of his professional life. That same year, he was charged with multiple counts of Medicaid and healthcare fraud while working as an internal medicine physician in Canton. In January of 2017, he was sentenced to 1 day in jail and nearly $280,000 in fines. According to divorce filings, the doctor, who once had an annual income in excess of $350,000, found himself unable to work as a physician or meet previous court-ordered support payments for his family. He said he was no longer able to support them in what he called their lavish lifestyle in Farmington Hills. The doctor complained of Nada going on shopping trips and racking up thousands of dollars in credit card charges at upscale clothing stores. The father also expressed concerns that his children were being Americanized by his wife, in contrast to their Syrian and Islamic roots. It was not surprising that Basil was scrutinized carefully by investigators in the wake of his wife's murder. However, no camera at the property recorded anyone entering or leaving throughout the night. Only Nada and her 3 children were at home, and the conditions of Basil's bond restricted him from visiting the Farmington Hills house. His movements were tracked by an ankle monitor. This data verified that he did in fact violate this condition and enter the property, but only after Nada had been found dead and police insisted he come to the house to be with his children. Basil was not anywhere near the house when the murder took place. Less than an hour after the fall, Aya and Muhammad found Nada and placed the call to 911. The camera captured Aya handing the phone to her older brother to perform CPR. She ran back and forth from the scene to the end of the drive, where she was flagging down emergency services and leading them around the side of the house to assist her mother. The camera also captured Muhammad as he began lending his mother medical assistance. Or rather, it showed him either pretending to perform CPR or doing so extremely poorly. The 16-year-old did not appear to be applying any pressure. Investigators aligned the security camera footage of Muhammad while he was on the patio with his mother to the 911 call audio. They found that on 2 occasions, while speaking with the operator, the teenager took notable breaks in his CPR efforts. What he did not do was verbally stop counting the compressions. It sounded as though he was diligently fighting to save her life, even as he paused and simply sat next to her. As Aya and Officer Jordan approached, he was captured, beginning to push harder. The officer recounted, however, that when the teen first came into view, it appeared that he was holding his cell phone in his right hand and simply tapping on his mother with his left.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
You're doing really good. Keep going.
4, 1, 2.
You think that's when he... and also the fake cry.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's some BS, bro.
A cursory search of the home had been conducted on the 21st, the day Nada was found. Later, Farmington Hills Police returned with a search warrant and performed a more thorough inspection. That morning, they had observed a number of items in a front-loading washing machine that was flashing an error code. Through the glass door, a tan bath mat was visible. In the dryer, a pair of Muhammad's blue jeans and a shirt. It was not a full load of clothing. Small white-colored flakes had come out.
You want to put a Mosa shirt in a wash and y'all got money. You don't need them jeans today. You got some other jeans. Why these particular jeans?
And not even just 2 items that you do, like you said, you don't need right now. Why is it so important for you to wash them?
It was not a full load.
This shirt looks like it's been ripped on.
Of clothing. Small white-colored flakes had come out in the water, likely the coating to the bath mat. This mat, along with the chemical-scented towel found next to Nada and others located throughout the house, were taken in for analysis. It was speculated that one of these had been used to kill Nada, perhaps soaked in a poisonous liquid that had incapacitated her. There were certainly a variety of possible poisons. Throughout the house, in the garage in particular, were containers of weed killer, insecticides, and rodent poisons. Searchers found bottles of antifreeze, bleach, and various paints. All of these were collected for testing. After viewing the camera footage, detectives returned to the house and requested that all family members attend formal interviews at the police station. Basil refused. However, he left the detectives in the house while he collected Aya from the school library. He gave them permission to speak with Muhammad in the house alone.
So what time does she normally go to bed?
Normally I'd say around 10, maybe. Late 9:30.
9:30 or 10? Do you recall what time she went to bed last night?
Around late 7, maybe early 8, I think.
You know why she would go to bed 3 hours earlier, or?
No. Like I said, we didn't really talk much yesterday, so.
Yes, you mean Sunday night? Sunday night going into Monday. Okay.
How are you? Do you and your mom get along well?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty normal. We've been pretty normal for like a while. Like the only time I told you this morning, we kind of had issues, you could say, is at the beginning of like the divorce case, but that's about it.
How long has that been going
on? Nearly 2 years, like a year and a half now.
Muhammad told an officer at the scene that he woke that morning at 6:30 a.m. To detectives, he said he was actually awake earlier at 6. He stated that he remained in his room from the time that he went to bed until Aya began calling for him the next morning.
Did you get up at all during the night? Were you walking around anywhere? Nothing. So go to sleep at 11:30. You don't hear anything, don't see anything, don't come out of your room. Get up at 6:30, 6-ish.
Yeah.
And you go into the bathroom, you take a shower.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for school.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your sister, how she knock on the door? She call you? What happened?
I heard her scream in the makeup room, and then I ran to her, and she ran to me, and she's like, I'm on the phone, we have to do this, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm outside.
Okay.
Detectives informed Muhammad that the cameras around the house were functional, a fact that the teen was previously unaware. He was also told that they caught something, or rather, someone, at the window with his mother. Detectives suggested multiple times that what they saw could still have been an accident. Perhaps Muhammad was assisting his mother with her cleaning when she tripped and fell. He could have been holding the ladder and become distracted, if only for a moment, and that split-second distraction had proven fatal. If such a scenario occurred, no one was to blame, they told him.
Now, we noticed that, there's a security system here. Do you know how that works?
No, I wasn't even aware of that. We had more cameras in the back of the house.
We want to get a resolution to this. I know you do too.
Yeah.
The accidents happen all the time. Somebody could be helping somebody with something, holding a ladder or something like that, and something happens. That's why we need to know what happened. And that's why we're looking to you, because you're the oldest and we've watched the video. And we're trying to see what your input into this is as far as how your mother ended up falling out the window.
I mean, is there any specific question you can ask me? Where should I go from?
I want you to start at the beginning. Tell me what happened.
Okay, so I woke up 6 o'clock, and then, my sister's awake already. She's also getting ready. And then I assumed my other sister was getting ready, so.
Did your sister see what happened?
Yeah, she's the one who found out. It's that.
I'm sorry?
You was the one who said you was up. You heard your mom moving about. You heard your mom scream.
You did say that. And you actually said you heard your mom around 5-ish. 5 something.
Yeah.
5 something.
When you was looking, why y'all didn't go to the... Sister was
to her
looking.
makeup room.
Makeup room said, hey, I heard... And then I heard... Even if I heard a scream, I go check. Sometimes you was screaming out, and I'll come and be like, see, what going on? You good? You be like, oh, yeah, it wasn't nothing. I'm like, oh, I thought it was something, That's just natural instinct. Mm-hmm. You said you heard your mom scream. Your mom scream. You going to check, ain't you?
Most definitely.
Your brother hear your mom scream. He going to check, ain't he?
Most definitely.
I think any of us hear our mom scream, we going to check and make sure she okay. Whether or not, be like, hey, I ain't trying to come in on you good?
I'm coming in.
No, I'm saying as a boy, you might not want to barge in on your mom.
Child.
As a boy,
I got you. Probably at your big age now, yeah.
Even then, as a teenager, I ain't walking in on my mom and my sister in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Y'all, y'all look different.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Not like that.
Don't say that.
Not like that. You know what I'm talking about, but they don't.
He was young. He was younger then, though.
And your brother wasn't even really in the house when he was a teenager anyway. He would catch me outside. How about that?
He was in the house. But anyway, that's not about this.
Your brother was catching me outside. Not like on that time. I'm saying your brother, he had a job. He was out and doing stuff. But he had his lady. He spent time with, which is now his wife. But it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. And it's easy to be like you can spot the bullshit so easy.
Yeah.
And what was the motive? Did you hate your mom because of your dad?
Because of the divorce situation. And you probably blamed your mom for it. I don't know.
She's the one who found out, the whole scene or whatever.
Was she there when it happened? Or were you there when it happened?
No, I don't know if I don't want to say anything about my sister, but I just know that she was awake before me.
Somebody was there. We know that. It's on video.
You literally said earlier, my story, your sister said she woke up at a certain time.
Because she got to be ready by 6:30 to go to school.
And she woke up at 6 calling.
And at 6:30 she went looking. Because now it's time to go.
But also she said she woke up at 6 calling her mom.
Yeah.
But you said my story differs. Because you hurry up
I
and said
up,
that.
I took a shower.
You was up before your sister.
Yeah.
But now you're trying to say your sister was up before you.
I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to say anything about my sister, but I mean, if it comes down to it, then yeah, she was awake before me.
Detectives told Muhammad that the figure they viewed on camera had short hair. The person was male. It had to be him. The teen proceeded to offer two more versions of events. In the first, he recounted seeing his mother that morning and bringing her a spray bottle to clean the window. Then he left the room and she fell. In the next version, he was holding the ladder when she tripped and he saw her go over, but he did not cause her to.
We just need to know.
It's my mom's life, man.
Muhammad, I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. We just need to know why so we don't look into this further, okay? What happened? Muhammad, it's all right.
Okay, so when I woke up, like I told you, she was going upstairs to clean the window. So like that. I didn't really overlook it. I was going downstairs to drink water first. So I thought she was going to do her makeup. And then I went back upstairs and then she was cleaning the window and then she's like, bring me something to clean the window with. So I had brought her the
So she either she cleaning the window or she needs you to bring her something to clean the window. I'm confused. And then where the scream coming? You said you heard the scream. Okay. I'm just so.
He been lying.
So you got up to go get some water. She was coming upstairs from being downstairs, going to the makeup.
You just need him to constantly keep lying.
How many stories we about to have? Because at this point, I'm about to get confused. I'm already confused.
Oh, I ain't confused. I know he's lying, so I just need you to eventually come tell us the truth.
No, I'm talking about confused as to which story you about to stick with. I need for you to choose a story and stick with it.
No. You know he ain't sticking with none of these stories.
I'm not saying literally stick with. I'm just talking out loud. But
I'm just saying, you know.
But thinking out loud.
The spray bottle, and then she already had a ladder in there, or the stool, or whatever it's called. She was taking the thing off, screen off, and then before I left the room, she was getting up on the window. She told me to just be there so I could help her with the ladder, hold on it because it was shaking a little bit. So I came over. She tried to. I don't want.
Just tell us. You've gone.
Also, if I'm gonna clean the window, I'm gonna clean it from the outside. I'm sure with that type of home, y'all have an outside ladder that goes up high enough to be able to clean the windows on the outside. You're not gonna clean from the inside of the outside of the window, and you're not gonna use towel cleaner to clean the windows. Doesn't make sense. All that product in the house, you had all those bottles, you had some Windex. Use Windex. You know what I'm saying?
As far, bud.
She went on the ladder.
Cause
she sprayed it.
Cause he doesn't know yet that they know that she was already deceased prior, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm in my head. Because I forgot for a second that they said that. Because I'm in my head. I'm like, none of this makes sense. First of all, like what?
But we've seen so many of these. Basically, what he's trying to do is say, yeah, I was there on the scene, but it was an accident. Trying to make it most light of it, or I was afraid to say anything because I was afraid I was gonna be.
Yes, go ahead and confess. Like so much, you don't hear how many stories you're lying for one. They know that she was deceased prior to, and you didn't even render aid. You up here faking about rendering aid. Like, be for real.
But he's faked
That's
it all
cold,
because
though, to your mom. Yeah.
he faked it all because he didn't even know the cameras watching.
Yep.
She went on the ladder. She sprayed it already, and then she tried to lean over. I was standing there, holding the ladder, and just looking around. Not really. I mean, I'm holding it. I don't think I'm supposed to look at it the whole time. And then she leans over and she trips, and then something got stuck on. I don't know what it was, so I went over like that, and then that's when she fell.
Well, when you saw her fall, why didn't you call immediately? The fall happened at 5:54. Why didn't you call 911 immediately? Woke your sister up to say, "Hey, mom fell." Why did
you acting like you?
Why
don't
did
know?
you hold on? Why did you wait to 6:30 when your sister is now looking to call mom? We're looking around the house, and then a sister finds her, and now we want to call the police and fake render aid. If it was an accident, you would have immediately called 911 immediately and got her some assistance and help. Hopefully. And you would have woke your mom up and said, your sister and said, "Hey, mom has had an accident. She's hurt."
I didn't know what to do, so I just went to take a shower because I thought I was dreaming or whatever. I wanted something else to happen.
Be for real.
You took a shower to get whatever evidence off.
After roughly 40 minutes, Basil returned to the house. He quickly brought an end to the interview. The doctor promptly hired his son, an attorney. When investigators obtained Mohammed's cell phone records, they found that he had 50 phone calls to one number on the day of the murder, beginning at 4:27 a.m. and continuing through that evening. The number was listed in his contacts as Love. 8 of the calls were placed before 5 a.m. that day. Looking back months, investigators did not identify any other day with a similar call history. Many of the calls lasted just a handful of seconds, while others went unanswered, including one from the unidentified phone to Mohammed's at 5:55 a.m., the time when the cameras captured Nada's drop from the window. When a search warrant was obtained and his iPhone was unlocked, investigators determined the identity of Love. It was Mohammed's father, Basil Altantawi.
I knew it.
There was a history of messages between Basil and his son stretching back months, in which Mohammed would share photos, videos, and audio recordings with his father. These included conversations with his mother. In contrast to his father, Love, Nada's contact was saved in his phone under the name Dog.
Wow.
Her son secretly recorded exchanges between Nada and her divorce attorney. Then he forwarded these to his father. A screenshot from the month before her death showed a conversation between Nada and her son. She wrote that she had knowledge of Basil's criminal activity that could send him to prison. She wrote that she didn't open her mouth about it out of concern for how it could be used. That screenshot was promptly forwarded to Basil. It's unclear what incriminating information Nada was referring to, but it was clear from Mohammed's response that he considered his mother's words to be a threat to his father. One particularly disturbing photo was sent to Basil 3 weeks before the murder. It was of the window in the second floor guest bedroom. An undated search was conducted for how to remove a window screen. Investigators also uncovered.
Lock his ass up. This is first degree. This is premeditation. Those photos right there that shows, and the Google search of how to remove a screen automatically proves.
So did you and your dad
conspire?
Yes. Ain't that some...
I ain't gonna lie. I had a feeling from the jump. I just didn't want to call it because sometimes I do be wrong. It is what it is.
Covered a search at 8:10 a.m. on the morning of her death. While responders worked to secure the scene, Mohammed searched how to erase a computer. The 16-year-old was arrested and charged with the murder of his mother. Police released little information about the role played by his father, stating only that there was not enough evidence to bring charges against the elder Altantawi.
Boy, you
The
alive.
case against young Muhammad was a strong one. Those close to the family explained that the teen, unlike his sisters, was more like his father, described as a traditional Muslim. While his sisters were happy to go shopping with their mother and generally embrace American culture, Muhammad, apparently, was not. He disapproved of her lifestyle, the independence she had gained as a personal trainer, and he resented her decision to leave his father. Witnesses further asserted that the devoted son worried that his parents' divorce would further alienate his family from the local Syrian and Islamic community. Tensions between Muhammad and Nada had been growing in recent months. At the end of an argument between the two roughly a week before her death, Aya told police that Muhammad yelled at his mother. It doesn't matter because she would get what was coming to her. When the case finally went to trial, years later due to appeals and the pandemic, the state argued that Muhammad smothered his mother with a toxin-doused cloth in her makeup room. They were unable, however, to identify the chemical used or where exactly he sourced it from. This theory accounted for how the athletic 35-year-old had no defensive wounds, and her accused killer, likewise, did not show injuries consistent with a struggle. The room where the attack allegedly took place also failed to show signs of the murder. The assertion that Nada was approached while in the bathroom of the guest suite was based on the cameras capturing the lights from this room illuminating minutes before she was dragged from that direction towards the window. Defense attorneys criticized police for not vetting other men who could have killed Nada. They pointed out that a fellow fitness instructor whom she had been seeing had successfully snuck into the house on previous occasions without the children's knowledge. If this friend could, so too could her killer, they argued.
It would have been captured on camera, bro.
Then there was the issue of Muhammad's changing story. The teenager had not been read his rights before the audio-recorded interview, the one in which he placed himself in the room with his mother. Legally, this custodial interrogation was meant to occur only after he had been made aware of his right to remain silent, had consulted with an attorney, and had one present during questioning. Muhammad's legal team argued that the teen had parroted the story to detectives that they had fed him. He placed himself in the room because they told him that is what had happened. The Michigan Court of Appeals ruled that his statements, for the most part, could not be presented at trial. Regardless, after just over a week of testimony, it took an Oakland County jury just 2 hours before returning with their verdict. Guilty of first-degree murder.
That's what he is.
Good.
Muhammad was 20 years old by the time he came before Judge Martha Anderson to be sentenced. The convicted murderer was representing himself at the hearing. He spoke for hours in what has been described as a senseless rant during which he forcefully maintained his innocence.
5 years ago, I got arrested for, as I said, the worst crime imaginable. MDOC's requested sentence for 40 to 80 years. I don't care. Oh man, and for her to die at 35 years old, a terrible death by any means, I wish I could change. Oh man.
His mother wasn't taken away, she wasn't killed. He murdered her. He murdered her.
When Basil Altantawi stood to make his victim impact statement, Judge Anderson lost her patience. Instead of speaking about his wife and the loss of the mother of his children, the disgraced doctor chose to speak in support of his son, who he...
You know why? Also, the whole plot of it all is because at the end of the day, with the divorce...
Yeah.
the divorce, also his own legal issues.
Yeah.
He was about to lose everything.
Yeah.
And spousal support.
Yeah.
Child support. He cannot afford any of that, and he would have lost the home.
Yeah.
He would have had to start all over with literally nothing, because he would have had no income. He probably would have.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't
The
looking good for him.
only thing he had to do was to get rid of his wife.
And he knew he couldn't do it himself.
He could do it because he was on a tether, which is an ankle monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Who is my biggest? My son.
Yeah.
He's willing to do whatever for me.
Yep.
Son took him out for you. You got away with it scot-free. Y'all never talked over text. I only talked on the phone.
Characterized as another victim.
He's been convicted, wrongfully convicted. Also, that impacted me and his sister.
That's not what the victim impact statement is about.
He was a loving, and he's still a loving, caring, supportive human being.
I want you to be quiet. You are not the victim.
He, I said he, not I.
But if he's talking about you, sir, he's referring to you as a victim. You are not the victim here.
When Basil was finished speaking, his daughter Aya was forced from the courtroom. She was yelling at her father in a rage. Aya had grown estranged from both her father and brother. She believed they were both guilty of murder, but only one of them was paying for it.
So where's the other sister?
Aya continued to speak out, defending herself against her brother.
I'm gonna kill her.
Eventually, the sentence was handed down, 35 to 60 years in prison.
So it is the sentence of this court with respect to the one count of homicide, murder in the first degree, premeditated, that you be sentenced to 35 years to 60 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections. You have 1,858 days of jail credit.
Outside of the court, Aya told reporters that she had tried to empathize with her brother, but that the previous 5 years had been extremely difficult, and he showed no signs of remorse.
He doesn't.
He can die today and I would not go to his funeral. I would throw a party instead. Like, I don't care about him.
Those who knew Nada Huranieh said that she would have been very proud of her daughter, who grew into a strong and outspoken woman. The youngest of the 3 children is in the custody of her father.
Yup.
Thank you.
And a family
It
that
don't
is-
care at all.
And a family that is split.
So divided.
That was the tragic case of Nada Huranieh.
Bro, what the? Because now her sister is now in the custody of the father, and no type of, you don't know what brainwash mentality he's doing with her. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, she would be what?
Oh, okay. How old was she at the time?
12.
2017.
So
She's an adult.
She's an
now.
adult. She should be.
She's an adult now, because that was 2017.
17.
So 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Now.
I hope she
So she's
is
18.
doing good, and I hope Aya.
And
I hope
honestly,
she's doing good as well.
with the father is just gonna feel whatever his into her all these years. But now with her being 18, honestly ain't no telling.
And hopefully the 2 sisters, I do pray that they do have close relationships, because you don't know what the dad has been like you said, been feeding the other one while she's been with him. But I do just pray that they do have was able to build their own relationship.
Honestly, to be completely honest, I can see it not, because with the oldest daughter, he could have barred her from coming over, spending any time with her.
Well, I'm just saying now that she's older, that they were able to build their own relationship
I get
outside
what you're
of.
saying. I get it.
I'm pretty sure when she was living with him, probably not. No, I'm just saying now, and definitely rest in peace to Nada as well, because I don't know. That's crazy.
But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We out.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me.